We could break down those walls to set you free. We would, cause we out here and we miss you. Yo, welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is TheThirdErnest. My name is not TheThirdErnest. My name is Ernest Sadiano III. The channel's name is TheThirdErnest, and y'all guys are the third family. If you're new to the channel, we'll react and break down rap music here. Hold up, my light is a little too dim. Turn my random light to 100%.
Okay, I set the random light to 100%.
Way better. First off, guys, y'all like this hoodie? It's kind of fire, right? Big old mushroom cloud, dead on arrival. This brand is a brand called Envision. It's a guy who reached out to me and thought that my channel was real dope when it was really nothing at the very beginning. And he saw the potential and asked if we wanted to link up. I don't believe that this hoodie is made anymore, but he does have a lot of dope streetwear stuff that's put out in increments on different seasons. So I definitely recommend that if y'all guys are into streetwear, if y'all guys are into brands that are not really as popular, kind of getting them on the come up, that you check this dude out. Leave a link in the description so that way y'all guys, if y'all want to check out the website, feel free to. It's 99 degrees in San Antonio, Texas today, but it's 68 degrees in my apartment, hence the hoodie. Feels bomb AF in here. But anyway, back to what I was saying. We go on these little runs, we call them trains, so where we listen to the same artist or a couple of songs in a row so that we can kind of get a feel and engage for them. And right now we're on a Lupe Fiasco train. We just did the first song, Hurt Me Soul. A lot of people said, damn, that's fire, but a lot of people also said, you know what, it's a little too slow for me. It's a little too slow paced. It's not normally the type of beat that I like. Well, lucky for you, Lupe Fiasco's flow is multifaceted. So he can lay a track down on any type of beat that you want. So we're gonna have to go a little up tempo. We're gonna get into a little hype bag right now. We might play a little bit of the intro track just so you can get a sense of the way the songs happen in order, because this song kind of hits out of nowhere whenever you go from the intro track the way the intro track started out. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on into this damn thing, guys. You already know what we do around here. Got these little trusty headphones. Thank you to all the patrons. Y'all will be getting shout outs on future videos. First thing I'm gonna do, buy real headphones. Let's just go ahead and jump on into it, fam, see what we got. All right, so I'm just gonna play the intro track real quick. It's only a minute long, so I might as well, so that way you can get the understanding and the full picture of how it felt when the beat hit for the second song, which is the song that we're actually doing, which is Go Gadget Flow, because it's a complete 180 from the intro track. This is actually the song I was singing when I walked in. See how calm it is? See how calm it is? Kind of sorrowful, kind of melancholy.
If we could break down those walls to set you free, we would, cause we out here and we miss you. If we could build a ladder that tall to come up and see you, we would, cause we down here and we miss you.
So the song's talking about people that are in prison. If we could break down those walls and set you free, we would, because we're out here and we miss you. And the second part is talking about people who have passed on into the heavens. That's why he says, if we could build a ladder that tall to come up and see you, we would. Because we're down here on earth and we miss you. And there's no way that we can get to you. Just like there's no way that we can get to the person who's incarcerated.
If we could break down those walls to set you free, we would, cause we out here and we miss you. If we could build a ladder that tall to come up and see you, we would.
It's my boy that passed away on this shirt. So the lyrics kind of hit harder now than they did back in 2008 when I had first heard this song, 2007. But you see why I wanted to put that out there? It's only a minute long. It gets you in your feels. It gets you into this deep emotional state to start the album out with. And then we flip into the second song, which is this. Bruh, listen to that. Listen to this difference right here. Got the fade out, and then, ooh. That's solid production and solid track listing. People might not realize, but artists give a lot of thought into the way these tracks are listed for certain reasons, just like this.
I'm from a city in the Midwest, best city in the whole wide world. Say now, I'm from a city in the Midwest, best city in the whole wide world. Say now, I'm from a city in the Midwest, best city in the whole wide world. Hey, city in the whole wide world. Hey, city in the whole wide world. I got my go gadget flow. I got my go gadget flow. I got my go gadget flow. I got my go gadget Gadget Flow.
Bruh, y'all don't even realize that y'all just heard a triple entendre right now. First entendre is gonna be literally Go Gadget Flow. Just like the show Inspector Gadget, where he said go Gadget whatever, and he was a robot, and basically he could transform into anything he needed to be to catch the bad guys. Go Gadget arms, go Gadget wheels, go Gadget whatever. So Lupe is basically saying that he's got that go Gadget flow where he can transform it into whatever he needs it to be. Listen to this song already compared to Hurt Me Soul, which was the first song on this little train that we're going on. It's a completely different sound right out the gate. Secondly, he's letting you know right off the jump that he's a nerd. To even be able to put go Gadget whatever into any rap song is probably something that's never even been heard of or even thought of. The dude is a nerd deep down at heart. And then triple entendre, the Go is a nickname for Chicago, which is where he's from. So he's got that Go flow, that Chicago flow. Three things, the song is barely even started. One line technically. AC turned off, it's getting kind of hot up in this piece. Oh, it just turned back on, but it's too late. It's too late. But that triple entendre right out the gate, that's pretty fire. Come on now. Put some respect on his name.
Go Gadget Flow. I got my go Gadget Flow. I got my go Gadget Flow. I'm back, I'm cool. Westside representative. On me, no ghost, no 16-bit like Sega Genesis. On G-Ball on the board, soundtrack on the track, Gemini on the job, Shelly G on the G, said green for the green, free chillin', and I'm back on my thing for the listeners. Sis.
So he just listed everybody in his crew, basically, right there. And then, of course, at the end, he says Free Chili, which is his homeboy who's incarcerated for like 40 years or like 25 years or something like that. I think drug-related, I'm not too sure. But the first track on the album is called Free Chili because he's talking about his homeboy. If we could break down these walls and set you free, he's talking about Chili. So that's why he says Free Chili. He actually mentions it a lot in his songs, kind of like a shout out to him. But he says, I'm back, I'm cool. The West Side representer. He's from the West Side of Chicago. Chicago, mate. The Bears. But once again, we're back into the theme of the cool, which we're going to get into very shortly, the Michael Young history story. And then he says, all me, no ghosts, no ghost riders. Everything you're hearing is all me. No 16s that are bit like Sega Genesis. Sega Genesis, the video game console, which is a 16-bit video game console, compared to 32-bit, compared to 64-bit, 128-bit. No 16s bit, 16 bars. 16 bars is normally the length of one verse. Crazy.
On the G, said green for the green, free chillin', and I'm back on my thing for the listeners. Sis. What you to witnesses. New valuable album too. Get ready for the ghetto images. From the M-A-D-I to the S to the O-N. Potent to get you open. Move like a nigga supposed to get the dough and the go with the flow that I'm holding. Go.
Give me credit for the ghetto Getty Images. Getty Images is like a stock photo website, or it's like a photojournalistic website. So Lupe is saying, give me some credit for these ghetto Getty Images that I bring to you on these tracks, which is basically what Hurt Me Soul was, which was him just drawing a picture for you from the M-A-D-I to the S to the O-N. Madison Projects. He came from the Madison Projects in the West Side of Chicago. Get your dough on the go with the flow that I'm holding. See how the whole flow is switched and it's a completely different style from the first song that we did?
Go Gadget Flow. Love, got the windy city on my back, so I'm back on my grizzly like a bearskin rug. Plus I'm laying on the floor, blaming on the go. Little rapper turned it out because I'm very plug. I can work anywhere in the world. You can ask my brother Hug. He'll concur that I'm serious with the words to the man up above. Thank you very much. That I got.
Bruh. He says, I got the Windy City on my back. I'm carrying the Windy City with me wherever I go, son. Windy City is Chicago, by the way, known for notorious winds in the winter. So I'm back on my grizzle like a bearskin rug. Back on my grind, but grizzly bear. Back on my grizzle like a bearskin rug. Plus I'm laying on the flow, like you lay a bearskin rug on the floor, but he says flow, like he's laying on this flow. He says, blame it on the go, like blame it on Chicago. Little rapper turned it out because I'm very plugged. I can work anywhere in the world. You can ask my brother Hug. Like a plug conversion, when you travel internationally, your United States electrical sockets or your European electrical sockets don't work in the other countries across the pond and vice versa. So you literally need a converter. So he says, blame it on the go, because you're on the go whenever you travel somewhere else. I turned it out because I'm very plugged, like an electrical plug. I convert. I can work anywhere in the world, just like an electrical converter. You know how long it took me to get that when I had first heard this song?
He'll concur that I'm serious with the words to the man up above. Thank you very much. That I got what I got and I'm at where I'm at. Like an A in a circle with a pay little Urkel. What they say when they see OG. From the F to the F of the amazing verbals. Are they racing in a circle like they racing a gerbil? I race in a circle like I'm raising a horse. So I'm raising a Porsche. Are they racing in place and racing a cage? I'm racing a course. That case in a
You hear these similes and metaphors and you hear this wordplay. He says, thank the Lord up above very much that I got what I got and I'm at where I'm at, like an A in a circle. Like literally the at symbol is an A in a circle. And he says Lil Urkel's what they say when they see Lil G. Like they say that I'm a nerd once again. They say, hey, Lil Urkel, because he's got the glasses. From the F to the F, 1st and 15th, the name of his record company with the amazing verbals. Obviously the dude can spit bars. If you don't know, now you know. While they race in a circle like they race in a gerbil, because gerbils get on that little wheel. I race in a circle like I'm racing a horse. Things are much higher stakes in this piece. I'm racing a Porsche, while they racing in place. They race in the cage, I race on a course. Bruh, the wordplay. Racing a horse, racing a Porsche. A horse is on the Porsche logo. They racing in place like on the gerbil wheel, the exercise wheel. I'm race on a course, which is where you race horses and you race Porsches on different courses. Just trying to break it down on Spit and Flow.
They racing in place and racing a cage, I'm racing a course. That case in the court did not defer the dream. I am still a raisin in the sun, raging against the machine. From the M-A-D-I to the S to the O-N. Pull in to get you open. Move like a nigga supposed to get the dough when they go with the flow that I'm holding. Go.
That case in the court did not defer the dream. I'm still a raisin in the sun, raging against the machine. Shouts to Langston Hughes. That's how smart and intelligent this dude is, that he's quoting Langston Hughes poetry in his raps. Langston Hughes has a poem called Dream Deferred, and in the poem he talks about is a dream that's not fulfilled, is it like a raisin in the sun that dries up? So Lupe's flipping it here and says, that case in the court did not defer the dream, I'm a raisin in the sun. So he's using the poem, but flipping it, because he's saying a raisin in the sun is actually a good thing. I'm a raisin in the sun, raging against the machine. And obviously the machine is just going to be the normal, going against the grain. And the machine is going to be considered big corporations, government, anything that has a strong presence is going to be considered a machine. That's why they call it a well-oiled machine when a business is working very efficiently. So he's raging against the machine. He's going against the grain, but also shouts to Rage Against the Machine, the rock group. See the levels of complexity within these little rhyme schemes that he has? It sounds like it's very surface level, and then boom, 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 you got all these different levels underneath. Which one of your favorite rappers is quoting Langston Hughes, famo? No one.
I got my go gadget flow. I'm from a city in the Midwest, best city in the whole wide world. Say now, I'm from a city in the Midwest, best city in the whole wide.
This song is basically an ode to Chicago.
Good on you, look great on me, cause I'm a going, never going S-T-O-P. Like, hey, I'm the boss. Rock Junior one time, now Bill Lacoste. Beyond clean, if you know I'm jeans. Little rap, it's sack, Asimov. I love my mama in the rhyming and she raised me off. 80s baby on fire like safety off. Got my hood riding high since 28. Off of everything I spoke like an 84. And they in love with.
Bruh. He says, yo, check out the swag, check out this flow. I'm the boss. I rock Junior Watanabe Lacoste. Like, you don't even know who that is. If you don't know who that is, he's a high fashion Japanese clothing designer. Look up some of his collections, he's pretty fire. But Lupe's flexing on you, flexing on us, basically saying I'm rocking these Lacoste polos that you can't even find in the States. Little rap Isaac Asimov, calling himself Isaac Asimov. And Isaac Asimov, an author for a lot of sci-fi, again going to his nerdy side. An 80s baby on fire, like the safety off. An 80s baby on fire, like literally a firearm that's on fire mode versus on safe, like the safety off. Then he says, got my hood riding high like some 28s. Got my hood riding high where he's from because he took the hood with him. He's got the Windy City on his back, but hood riding high like some 28-inch rims. The hood of the car is literally much higher because the rim diameter is so much taller than your normal rim. So I got my hood riding high on some 28s. Off of everything I spoke, like an 84, like an 84 Cutlass, like 1984 classic vehicle. Off of everything I spoke, like literally spoken word, off of his rhymes, but spoke, like spoked out rims. Throw some D's on that bitch. Something that you see on Swangers and Lax in Houston, Texas. See how he just goes in and out in these rhyme schemes and this subject matter and this wordplay? And then the whole rest of the song is basically wordplay based off of rims and based off of cars.
Fire like safety off. Got my hood riding high since 28. Off of everything I spoke like an 84. And they in love with him and I'm in love with them. And we'll never ride dubs again, no we won't. Trying to get above the rim, a little too short to dunk, so we don't. From the M-A-D-I to the S to the O-N. Pull in to get you open. Move like a nigga supposed to get your dough when they go with the flow that I'm holding. Go gadget flow.
So to continue, he says like, got the hood riding high like some 28s. Off of everything I spoke, like an 84. And they in love with him and I'm in love with them and we'll never ride dubs again and we won't never ride dubs again. Like we're never gonna go back into that lifestyle. Dubs are a type of brand of rim that were really popular back in 2007, 2006. Hell, even T-Pain put some dubs on a Mini Cooper. Broke up with my girl last night, so I went to the club. I'm in a fresh white suit in a Mini Coupe, sitting on dubs. I'm just looking for somebody to talk to and show me some love, if you know what I mean. But he's saying we'll never ride dubs again. We won't, because we're trying to get above the rim. Like literally trying to be bigger than rims on cars. Like we got goals and aspirations bigger than what's seen in the hood. But he says we're trying to get above the rim. We're a little too short to dunk. Like above the rim, you got to be above the rim in order to dunk a basketball. So we dunk. A donk is literally a car that sits way higher, like higher than it ever should be on the suspension, because it's been lifted in order to fit a huge ass rim, like a 30 or 32 inch rim. It's called a donk. It's a southern thing. Fire. And then the rest of the song is basically just the hook and the intro again. You see how my boy can bring it? You see how he can bring that fast spit? You want the hype? You asked for the hype on the poll? This is your hype track compared to Hurt Me Soul. But for real, I hope y'all guys enjoyed that. We're just gonna have to jump right on into the Michael Young history story as we roll along this Lupe Fiasco train, because I'm so hyped for that story. I want y'all to be able to see the genius in this man's story writing and conceptual writing capability. It's like I said, it's personally in my eyes one of the top concepts that I've ever heard on a multi-album or even just single album project. But really, I hope y'all guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank y'all guys for watching. I know these videos are not going to get anywhere near the amount of views that NF videos or newer music gets, but I still want to introduce people into what got me into hip hop and what got me into these things, because people have questions. But if you're new here and you like what you see, please consider hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified when the fam's got new videos out. Check out the Patreon if you haven't done so yet. The month has just started, so we're gonna be getting into all the Patreon exclusive things that we got going on over there. Check out my boy that's doing Envision clothing, link in the description for Patreon and Envision. And like I always say at the end of my videos, go out there and spread love into the world, love and care for each other, and I'll see y'all guys in the next video. Peace.